Hey, what's going on, you guys? This is Madam, and I'm coming back to you once again. This time we're going to go over to WEKU, and this is in the crime section, and it said Florida woman touted as Mother Theresa ran a $196 million Ponzi scheme, feds say. The article was done by Bill Chappell, and yeah, let's get into this story. She said she worked miracles, not for charity, but for profit. Joanne M. Garcia, connected investor with companies that needed short-term short-term financing, promised a robust return on their money, but federal prosecutors said it wasn't a miracle, it was a lucrative Ponzi scheme. The Florida woman is accused of procuring a $196 million fraud through MJ Capital Funding, LLC, the company she started in the Fort Lauderdale area. Her business took that large amount of money from more than 15,400 investors in over a year, from June 2020 to August 2021, federal investigators say. MJ Capital's website said Garcia was often referred to as Mother Teresa in her community. It describes her ability to help regular people generate wealth and also provide loans to small businesses through a tool known as Mechanic Cash Advance, or MCA. The website is no longer active. It is achieved online. But instead of supporting small businesses, in the Securities and Exchange Commission says MJ Capital siphoned millions of dollars to the company's insiders and used new investments to prop up bogus monthly returns of 10%, an annualized rate of 120%. How people were convinced to invest money. Garcia's company promised to use the money to make MCA loans to businesses it carefully vetted. Prospective investors, it portrayed the process as punching future receivables. I apologize. Guaranteeing them a share of the receipt business income for months to come. In reality, MJ Capital's new investor funds to make millions of dollars in payments to satisfy existing investors and fuel a Ponzi scheme, according to SEC. In addition to, the agency says the company's insiders spent millions of dollars on items such as travel, luxury goods, and clothing. The SEC also alleged that MJ Capital used unlicensed broker and sales agents to sell unregistered securities. Supporting the scheme, the authorities alleged was Pavel Ruse, 29, and a MJ Capital board member whose sales team of some 70 agents allegedly reeled in at least $46 million from more than 5,100 investors. Ruse reaped large rewards from his work, allegedly taking in $292,000 in commission, but he also diverted some $7.7 million directly into his personal bank accounts and ones he controlled, according to the SEC. It says he used some of the money to purchase crypto assets and a luxury vehicle. The SEC filed an initial complaint against Garcia last year, leading a federal judge to freeze her company's assets and order them into receivership. But just last week, the SEC filed a second complaint, this one against Ruse. And on the same day, the U.S. Attorney's Office in the Southern District of Florida announced criminal charges against Ruse, accusing him of conspiracy to commit wire fraud. He faces up to 20 years in prison if convicted. An undercover FBI agent visited the company. The alleged scheme showed signs of unraveling in April 2021 when someone created a website with a URL similar to MJ Capital's, but which publicly accused the company of running a Ponzi scheme. MJ Capital then took the extraordinary step of suing the site's creator in federal court, demanding a jury trial on defamation claims. 2 months later, the undercover FBI agent visited MJ Capital's office in Pompano Beach, Florida, posing as a potential investor. The agent gave the company $10,000, which they were told would generate a guaranteed 10% return for the next 12 months. Garcia's name did not appear in the criminal filings against Ruse. She is referred to only as the co-conspirator one, identified as the company's leader. When NPR asked the U.S. Attorney's Office if Garcia might face criminal charges, a representative said on Monday, the pursuant of the DOJ policy, we can neither confirm nor deny the existence of an investigation standard. Last week, the SEC and Garcia agreed to a partial settlement that would essentially put the agency's complaint against her on the back burner. They jointly asked Judge Rags S. to approve the deal, citing potential complications from what Garcia has called a parallel federal court criminal investigation. The proposed wording of the order accepting the partial settlement states that the SEC can address its request for monetary relief once criminal sentencing is conducted in the event of the defendant does not prevail at trial. The SEC says it has also reached a partial agreement with Ruse that similarly proposes the question of monetary relief, citing the criminal charges against him. Now that's it. But my question is, how are they going to get that crypto money back? Because to my knowledge, and when I say this, I'm not well versed in crypto or any of that stuff. Please excuse me if I get something wrong. But it's very hard to trace crypto, to my knowledge. So I don't know how they gonna work that out. I mean, they probably can only get what they got in the regular banks and the old banking system. But hey, it is what it is. Definitely an interesting story. This is the lady in question right here. I'm assuming, why would you go and file a federal lawsuit for defamation against somebody else that said you was you just should have ignored them at least, you know what I mean, especially if you knew you was doing wrong, like that wasn't going to hold up, like somebody at the Fed office ain't going to do their job. It's at least one that's going to do their job, okay? So, thoroughly, may I add. So, I mean, you kind of did that to yourself. I mean, was it ego that thought that they could get away with that and that nobody would actually look into to see if it was any merit to the other party's claims or what? But hey, it is what it is, and they are what they are right now. So, hey, I guess good luck. But with that being said, thank you so much, you guys. Now's the time to drop down in the comment section, as we always do, and get the conversation going. And that's pretty much it from me. And with that being said, I will get with you guys in the next video.